You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Today, guys, we're going to be talking about drones, and we're going to be talking about uranium, two of my favorite topics. Guys, my name is Jonathan Rose, and I get on here every day. The market's open 11 a.m. to go over the market, share some thoughts, and every single day we get over 150 likes. Like today, we're going to share another trade. I think we've shared like 15 trades in a row because you guys keep liking. So if you guys are liking the trades, make sure you like. YouTube loves likes. YouTube loves likes. So we love likes. So thank you guys. I got the chat open. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing great. It's Thursday, October 16th. Let's get into it. Bunch of stuff to cover today, but really we're going to be talking about drones, and then we had our uranium name, and then I got a trade for you guys at the end. So hang out with me, Dale. Good to see you. Good to see everybody here. Let's go to the screen share and see what we got. Maybe my favorite name of the last couple of years. I've been a big fan of KTOS. I love me some KTOS. So KTOS, big win opportunity. We were sharing these over a year ago, but watch, guys, drones. The tagline we were using is, who the heck wouldn't want to be invested in drones? If drones come and take over the world, at least we're going to be long the companies while they're taking over the world. Hey, Cheryl, thanks for joining. Okay, so here's what KTOS looks like. KTOS, going back to 2025, was trading under $30. When we first started talking about this in 2024, it was trading 17. We've been putting out drone trades. Buy drone stocks, top 9 drones, top 9 drone stocks, unlocking profits with KTOS. The 5 best drone stocks. KTOS, big win opportunity. Why everyone's talking about KTOS, 500 million surprise. So when I like a topic, guys, I'm going to talk about it over and over and over. These are just 6 videos that I grabbed. We have 19 videos that I put out over the last 2 years about drones, specifically about KTOS. Well, here was the original trade. I went back in our 2024 special report, and KTOS was trading at $17. Some of you guys in KTOS, or did some of you guys have KTOS? Because I'm going to do a shout out, guys, because look at what a member just shared with me this morning. I want to thank you, JR. I purchased KTOS for $17 a share 1,000 times. I did a little option buying and was assigned another 2,000 shares at 20. I sold 1,500 at 59, and I'm sitting on 1,500 at 91. When I purchased the first trade, it was a free trade recommendation. So this free trade recommendation, I had to do the math, about a $57,000 investment, and the current value of exactly what was shared is a $225,000 value or $168,000 in profit. How do we celebrate these profits here? We play the glockenspiel. Great trade. I appreciate the trust and really good patience holding KTOS for over $100,000 winner. Last week, I had the privilege of being invited to do a podcast or a YouTube video on MarketBeat. Here's MarketBeat. This is Bridget. She's so nice and so sweet. But last week, and we shared this out with all of you guys too, I joined and we shared 5 different names on MarketBeat. One of the names, KTOS. I love me some KTOS. Carmen. We talked about Carmen yesterday. Carmen is like a poor man's KTOS. Carmen, we're long the stock from 55. Yesterday, we sold some 90 calls to hedge, protect our Carmen. What about UROY? Well, UROY was our big winner. UROY traded up to $6 last night. Right now, UROY has pulled back. Let me just pull up a chart here. Because right now, UROY traded 6 this morning. I think it's back down to 5. Ooh, back down to 486. I love this company long term. We are long in our all access. I also shared this in our free portfolio. I shared this with MarketBeat. I love being long UROY. And lucky for you guys, it's pulled back enough that if you want to get in, it is a wing-dinger of a trade. I am a huge fan of UROY. Let me just show you what it did overnight so you can see. On Thinkorswim, you have to put the overnight levels here. Equity, show extended trading, apply, okay. So, man, it got up to 666 last night. Coming back, I am extremely bullish. UROY, it's a uranium royalty company. UROY. What about TEM? We shared TEM with you guys a couple of weeks back. What is TEM doing? Tempest. The U.S. government invests in 2 biotech companies. Tempest is one of them. Bullish. I love staying long Tempest. If you don't have this one, it's even a good entry point right now. And then the other name that we shared, we're still long, is QXO. It was a SPAC, that's why it's all messed up. But QXO, yeah, we got in at 16. It's rallying. It's pulled back a little bit. I do really, really like QXO long term. So follow the trades that we're sharing, guys. These are all free trades. This was all from my research, and all of these are just really, really good opportunities. But you'll notice, right, we're drones. We want to be invested in drones. We're uranium. We're government biotech. And then QXO, there's a catalyst because Brad Jacobs is known as the rollup king. So that's why we're in QXO. A couple of more to share with you guys. UROY, 66%. Ken R makes 265%. Ken, really good job. And yesterday, Carmen selling shares at 90. But now, guys, I want to get into a trade for today. Because a trade for today is going to be an NXT. I am extremely bullish NXT. Who's involved with NXT? Can I just get a show of hands? Because this is something that we do in our paid community. Once we have a trade, I help people manage those trades. So NXT, I think we shared this like at $60. Many people are still long stock. Can I just get some yeses? Are you long NXT? Do you have NXT? Dale's in, Jeff's in, Ernie's in. Okay. NXT is doing great. I love it. Long term, I am extremely bullish NXT. Even if you didn't get in, let me just pull up a chart to see how much it's run. I'm still very, very bullish NXT long term. But I wouldn't get in right now because look what's going on, right? We're up 20% in NXT, like Dale says. Cool, great trade. Well, what do we have here? This is called the expected move. Boom, boom. These are the expected moves. And because of options, stocks have a tendency to stay within their expected move. There's going to be a lot of support, a lot of resistance between those. Rocket Man, welcome. So right now, because we're up 20% on NXT, and because NXT is outside of its expected move, there's a really, I wouldn't cover the stock with puts. No, 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 no. No, you can't even cover your stock with puts. That doesn't even make sense, Dale. We wouldn't buy puts ever to cover long stock. But what we will do with NXT is there is juicy, juicy, juicy premium out in January. So what I want to do, look at these guys, 750s. They are actually 105s. If you're long the NXT, if you're long 100 shares, for every 100 shares, I'm going to suggest you sell one of the 105 upside call. What's that going to look like? Well, if you bought NXT at 75, It's at 90. You're up $15 on the trade. When you sell one call at 105, for every 100 shares that you own, all you're doing is you're selling 100 shares at 105. Well, the stock's at 90. You're going to sell shares at 105. If the stock stays at 90, you get to keep that premium from 105. You sold it. You have that option. You get to keep that premium. If NXT rallies up to 105 or above, we won't take apart in any of the upside, but with 92 days, I think we have plenty of time. There is so much juicy premium up here that I would be amiss if I didn't share this position management, not even a trick, approach with you guys. So that's what I would do, guys. For anybody who's long NXT stock, we shared this about a month ago. You can go back and watch the NXT video. I like selling these 105s and absorb that premium. Okay, that makes sense? Rent your shares. Well said. All right, what I always do now is I jump off for our All Access. In our All Access, actually our earnings program. This Monday, I shared 4 new earnings trades. Maybe it was Tuesday. I'm going to go over those trades with our Earnings Advantage community. James, 800 next. I would look to sell 8 of the 105s in January. Yeah, my pleasure, guys. Thanks so much. Hey, one more announcement. We got our challenge class today. If you haven't taken the challenge, guys, get in the challenge. We have a live class today at 2 o'clock Eastern time where I go over, share ideas, and answer any questions you guys have. All right. Thanks so much for joining. Everybody in All Access, you guys hang tight. We'll be right back. Hey guys, how's everybody doing?